Well, I'm happy to welcome you on this stage of the day to my workshop, Ping Pong. I hope we have a very good discussion together as well. My name is Erika Dähler and I'm the founder and co-director of Aprimo. And I thought I will do the input in two sections. So first you have a brief insight of the program Ping Pong, and afterwards I will like to get in communication with you about three questions I thought could be interesting for us to discuss together. Maybe in small groups, we will see what works better. Next. Excuse me. The Aprimo Association was founded in 2006, and since the beginning we have been committed to the early support of children with disadvantaged backgrounds. Our vision of Aprimo is that every child in Switzerland should be able to develop in a healthy manner and achieve his or her potential in the maximum. Parents play a key role, that we heard already, in care and education of the children. They must be able to do this also in practice. Therefore, vulnerable parents should receive tailor-made support in order to give their children a good start in life. Why ping pong? Ping pong we developed 2 years ago. I must maybe also make a remark. We also have a home visiting program in our association, so this was actually the follow-up project we developed. And I want to make first a short, brief comment to the educational system of Switzerland. The formal education in Switzerland begins with the kindergarten entry. The children are at that stage between 4 and 5 years old. So kindergarten is a part of the school system. The kindergarten has mainly a play-based approach, and in Switzerland 95% of the children attend the public school, which is quite a high rate when you compare other countries. When they enter kindergarten, all children and their parents come into contact with the public school system for the first time. There are often very heterogeneous groups in the kindergarten. The children's development disappears are very large. So this was for us also a chance to reach some children up first. Preschool in Switzerland is not required. Many children attending a preschool, but we also have children that don't attend anyone. So preschool is also quite expensive, and for families, sometimes they can't afford to bring the children to preschool. The aim of ping pong is to reach the parents early and bring them on board through the child's education. At the transition from preschool institution to kindergarten, vulnerable families in particular need support adapted to their need. Ping pong supports transitions through moderated parent meetings. Ping pong is open to all families with children aged 3 to 6 who attend preschool or kindergarten, but the program materials is adapted specially for parents on disadvantaged backgrounds, especially also if they have not knowledge of the language, common language in the region. Parents receive suggestions and knowledge how they can help playfully support their children at home and actively support them in their education. So ping pong, it just started, as I told you, we developed it 2 years ago, and we're running this project 1 year, and it's still in a pilot things, but we also make scientific monitoring. So the first results we are on the way to get. So to achieve our goals, To achieve our goals, we developed 3 models. We have ping-pong preschool, and we have ping-pong kindergarten, and the ping-pong transition, which are actually mainly the 2 models together. So in ping-pong preschool, we address the parents whose children are attending a playgroup or a daycare center. In order to achieve the main goals, preparation to kindergarten, ping-pong is applied on 3 levels. On the parents' levels, we want them to strengthen the parenting skills by imparting play activities and background informations, and then also extending educative skills. At the child's level, we want to strengthen playful and explorative learning. On the kindergarten, there is the information and confidence by building dialogue before kindergarten starts. So the parents get familiar and the system gets familiar with the kindergarten. Ping-pong kindergarten is aimed to shape educational process and transition together. The outcome, we can say it's on 2 levels. So we want, on one hand, stimulate the family as a place of playful learning, and developing an educational alliance between parents and kindergarten teachers. Together, parents and experts are committed to a good start for the child in kindergarten and to a fair chance of education, social participation. Next. Here you will find an overview of our program design. As already mentioned, the program was developed for families with disadvantaged background, but the offer of these groups are open to all. The participation in the program is voluntary. In 1 school year, there are 8 parent meetings. We expect about 1 group 8 to 12 parents. The moderator of the ping-pong group has an important function. She is responsible for the resource-oriented attitude and the teaching of playful learning. The moderator is trained by a primo and receives various materials for the preparation of their workshops. The moderator can be someone outside of the school system, like a community worker, or within the school system, in each like a school social worker or a kindergarten teacher. Before we start the development of ping-pong, we looked intensely at the motivation of parents that we can reach them, and we are actually happy to have our considerations are quite in line with the parents, so they really want to know more about how is kindergarten life, how they can exchange with others, they get connected with the social system, they are in the community, so this is actually for us, it fits good. How different of implementation models there are. So we have the preschool model. This gives you an overview. So, for example, the children in the preschool model are integrated in our program. The parents and the children come to the group meetings and they could discover these play activities together. We also have childcare there, that their parents also have room to discuss some issues together with our children. And the children experience other children in this setting. The kindergarten teacher is in the preschool model only a part in the 2 last sections, and at the beginning there is only the moderator, because we don't know which kindergarten the children are attending, so this is in the end of, or shortly the kindergarten will start. On the kindergarten progress, we focus on the exchange between the kindergarten teacher and the parents, and also to exchange how play activities they have in the kindergarten as well as at home. So there we build a bridge. The topic we have seen, maybe it's a little small. We have, for each meeting, we have a topic set, and the topic between 2 and 7, they are focused on parental skills. So we have, for example, is how you can encourage your child, or how you can discover safety and limits, and on the other hand, how you can follow the interest of the child. So it's various themes we want that the parents get in touch with. So here you find our first experiences from the studies. As I told you, we are still in the process, but as so far we can tell is that the moderators find out that they get very good support from the kindergarten teachers. They really appreciate the work together. They also find that precise communication is central. It's important that you find a common language together. A culture that also could be the transfer. We have, on the other side, you see parents, they are different backgrounds, so you really also need a way how you can reach those families, and playful learning is a very important way. So the parents play together, and this is actually one way that communication is not so important, so they can experience. The challenge the moderator is facing that the heterogeneous languages they have in the groups, and sometimes also the short time, the parent meetings lasting 2 hours, and sometimes they feel it's the time management is very challenging, because some parents want to exchange and so to get further on. On the kindergarten teachers level, the cooperation with the moderator is very satisfactory for their side, and it meets their expectations. Ping Pong, they also have a positive feedback for the program, because the play-based attitude they really like, and they also think the parents really benefit on their view. They are recognize the parents as more open, committed, trustful interactions. The challenges on the kindergarten teacher side is that the rule clarity is sometimes not so easy. They are also the time resource which we are facing, it's challenging. And also the resource-oriented approach is not very common for them. So. But we also find out the culture is slightly changing. So they really find out it's helpful, this approach. On the parent side, we have this 88% of the participants are mothers, like I think in this field very common. Then the participants are very heterogeneous in their country, also in their original language they speak. 1/3 of the parents actually got recommended to the program, but for us it's really good to see that we actually not have many dropouts. So the real figure we're still missing, because that we heard. And also this playful connected elements is an approach that language becomes less important, as I told before. And also the challenge we have is that trust in the kindergarten can be strengthened, but it takes time. And we also see that the moderator is really challenging, that at the beginning some parents are restrained, so intimate. So and just bring them together in a collaboration is So this is ping pong. In a short, brief way. I have here some fact sheets or flyers, however you want, in English and French, because the program is in Switzerland and we get supported from the Lego Foundation, so this is a point. Yeah, now questions. I just build up the question about my experience or what we are challenging on. Maybe you have some others. And now it's the question if we should discuss together or in small groups. What do you think? It's more comfortable for you? I think there are not so many people, so we could also discuss in groups.
You have a question?
You have a question to the program first? Or want to...
Vous avez des questions par rapport au programme, tout d'abord?
Oh, no. What are you experiencing the collaboration with different stakeholders?
Quelles sont vos expériences s'agissant de la collaboration avec différents acteurs ou différentes parties prenantes? Microphone, s'il vous plaît.
I'll start the ball rolling.
Je peux démarrer.
Our experience
Alors,
is
notre expérience est la suivante.
reticence on the part of
Souvent,
parents
les
because
parents
of the
sont
language
assez réticents
difficulties
à cause de certaines difficultés
that
linguistiques.
they might not be able to express
Parfois,
themselves
ils ont
as
l'impression de
clearly
ne
as
pas
they would
pouvoir
like to,
s'exprimer
and
aussi
that can
clairement que
often
ce qu'ils
mean
voudraient.
that they don't
Et de ce fait,
come to
souvent,
meetings
ils ne
because of
viennent pas aux
that.
réunions
So how do you
à cause de cette
encourage
réticence. Alors, comment les encourager?
parents who are
Comment encourager
reticent because of
les
their
parents
language
qui sont
skills
réticents
in the language that you're
à
using?
cause des difficultés linguistiques? Microphone, s'il vous plaît. Microphone. Il faudrait dire à l'autrice d'utiliser son microphone.
Excuse me. So this helps really if you're
Voilà, ce qui peut aider.
in a interaction, if you this is playful,
interaction,
so
si c'est basé sur le jeu,
use in a
à ce
game
moment-là,
and
on
reflect
peut
afterward what
utiliser le
happened
jeu
with me,
et parler
how
du jeu par la
maybe
suite, dire
my
comment est-ce
child
que
had
ça marchait
fun
pour moi le
and how
jeu,
he
mon enfant
was
s'est
in
amusé,
the
voilà
interaction was. So
comment il a pu
actually,
interagir.
we really want
Donc, on
that
essaye
language
de
is
faire en sorte que la
not
langue
so
ne soit
important,
pas
of
centrale, ne
course.
soit pas si
It's
importante,
much,
bien entendu.
it's
Jouer un
challenging,
rôle,
and
c'est
sometimes
difficile.
we're doing it small groups, so
Parfois,
they
on se
can
réunit
talk
en
with
petits groupes. À ce moment-là,
parents
les
which
gens
have the
peuvent
similar
se
language.
parler
So
avec d'autres
sometimes
parents
we
qui
also
parlent la
work
même
with
langue.
translators.
Et puis parfois, on
if
utilise
there are,
les services de traducteurs.
Yeah, but it's a big issue,
Mais c'est
and
vrai
as you
que c'est une
told you
question
before,
importante. Et comme je vous l'ai dit tout à l'heure,
the culture sensitive of the moderator is very important.
c'est très important que le modérateur comprenne les différentes cultures, soit sensible aux questions culturelles et puisse vraiment travailler avec des personnes de plusieurs cultures différentes dans le même groupe.
Alors en français, nous on est éditeur de jeux de société et justement on se demande comment vous choisissez les supports
and we're
pour
wondering
ces
how you
ateliers.
choose the materials.
C'est chaque
How do you choose the
personne
materials?
qui choisit
Do
localement les
people
jeux qui vont
locally
être
choose the
utilisés,
games
ou
that
est-ce
are going
qu'il y a
to be
vraiment
used?
un choix
Do you
de
actually
base qui est
select
fait
them
sur
initially?
un type de jeu où justement il n'y a
Type
pas de
of
problème de
specific
langue,
game
il y a
that doesn't
de
entail language, for
l'apprentissage
instance,
sur le vivre
or
ensemble,
maybe
ou
it's
pas,
a
ou
game
est-ce que
about
c'est vraiment
learning
de
to live
façon
together, what have you? How are the games chosen?
Ah, sorry.
You were very fast.
I can try in English. We make games and in France.
On est éditeur de jeux en France.
Can you translate for us?
Bien entendu, mais il faudrait quand même un casque.
Thank
On ne
you.
demande que ça.
It will be better. It's I think it's
Oh.
No problem.
Testing, can you hear the English? Si vous pouviez répéter votre question, ce serait mieux.
Oui, nous sommes éditeurs de jeux
We make
en France.
games.
Et justement, nous nous interrogeons sur
and that's our question.
les
We're
jeux que
wondering
vous
about the
choisissez
games
pour
that
ces
you
ateliers.
select. How do you
Est-ce qu'ils
choose
sont
the
choisis
games?
de manière
Are they chosen centrally,
précise, à la base, il y a quelque
initially?
chose de,
Do you
un
decide
support
yes or no
qui est
which
vraiment choisi à
game
la
will be
base, ou bien
chosen,
c'est au hasard?
or is it up to other people?
Now we choose the games,
On choisit
but
les jeux.
actually for us was very
Mais en
important
fait, pour nous, c'est très
that the
important,
material comes from daily life.
que
So
ce
we
soit basé
play
sur
with
la vie de tous les
bottles.
jours. Donc on joue avec
We
des
play
bouteilles,
there
on joue,
are
je ne sais
dice.
pas, avec
But
des dés.
no, the other materials is actually
puis, en fait,
that parents have at home.
On utilise
that
aussi des
got
jeux qu'ont les parents
encouraged,
chez eux.
Playful
On les encourage
learning is not
à
expensive.
intégrer tout cela
This is
et à
actually the
comprendre qu'il ne
message.
s'agit pas de
But
quelque
we
chose de
bring
cher,
to
qui
the
coûte
families
cher.
home, we bring them books.
Et on
Because
apporte des
we
livres
know
aux
that
enfants
many
chez eux.
families
On
don't
sait
have
que
any
beaucoup
books,
de
so
familles
that's
vivent
why
sans
we choose
livres.
books
Donc
to give
on
to
choisit
families.
souvent des livres
But
quand
other things
on fait
is
le temps en
just
famille.
go
Mais
outside
sinon, on
to
leur demande
explore the
simplement
world
d'aller
and
explorer le monde par le
find
jeu.
different games.
Et
And
trouver
how we
différents
choose also games,
Alors,
we want to
également, ce qu'on fait
enrich
pour choisir les jeux, on veut bien entendu
so social emotions. So we
enrichir
actually
les interactions
looked
sociales.
how
Donc,
which
on
game is
s'est
supporting
penché là-dessus
which
pour voir quels seraient les meilleurs jeux
effects,
qui
and
auraient
also
les meilleurs
tell the
effets.
parents why
On essaie de dire aux
or
parents
what children are
pourquoi,
learning through this play. So
ce
we
que les
actually
enfants peuvent vraiment
comment this
apprendre par le biais de jeux. On leur
fact
explique.
sheet.
On a en fait une liste d'explications.
What kind of books do you give them?
Vous leur donnez quel genre de livres?
How
Quels
do
sont
you
ces
know
livres?
they don't have any books?
Et comment
at
est-ce que
home?
vous savez qu'ils n'ont pas de livres chez eux? Microphone.
As I told you before, we have
Je l'ai
these
dit tout
home
à l'heure.
visiting programs,
On
and
a
we
aussi
actually
ce programme de
get
visite à
into this
domicile,
family
donc on
as
se
well.
rend chez eux.
But of
pour
course,
voir,
some families have
comment ils
books,
vivent.
but
Bien
we
entendu, il y a des
choose
familles
some
avec
books.
des livres, mais nous,
We
on
have one book.
choisit
We have
certains
in
livres.
about
Par exemple, nous avons
15 languages, so
un
they
livre
could
qui est
also.
disponible dans une
Because,
quinzaine de langues.
for us, it's also important that
Ça, c'est
families
important
could
aussi
speak with
que
their
les
own home language.
parents
So.
puissent utiliser
And
leur propre langue.
the other
et
books, we
utiliser les
just
livres dans leur langue.
choose that
S'agissant
they
d'autres
have a
livres, eh bien,
variety.
En fait, on essaie simplement de faire en sorte qu'ils aient toute une variété de livres à la
We
maison.
also think it's helpful some books
Selon
they
nous,
have in the kindergarten
c'est
at
également
home, so
utile
the
qu'ils aient les
child
mêmes
comes
livres à la
and
maternelle
talks
et à la
about this
maison,
book, and
que
at
les
home
enfants puissent rentrer
the
chez eux
parents
et
can
parler des livres dont ils ont
also
parlé à l'école.
take these
à la
books. We
maternelle.
also,
Donc, les
it's an
parents
issue
connaissent le livre.
that we show parents how
Et
they
puis,
can
on voudrait également
tell
montrer
stories.
aux
And it's
parents
not
comment
important to read, but it's
raconter des
important
histoires. Ce n'est
to
pas
be in a
simplement
dialogue
important
with
de
your
lire, mais
child
aussi
and
d'établir un
to ask
dialogue avec
questions. So this
l'enfant,
is actually
lire à haute
one
voix,
point
avoir un
also
dialogue
we
avec
focus
l'enfant.
on.
Donc ça, c'est le genre de choses qu'on essaie de leur expliquer aussi.
Have you tried using story bags at all?
Vous avez
Are you familiar with story bags?
Les story bags, est-ce que vous connaissez
Yeah,
ça?
I know the concept.
Je connais le concept.
Of course, we also encourage parents to go
Bien
to the
entendu,
libraries
on
and to use those kind, or
parents
even
d'aller à la
international
bibliothèque.
libraries with their
Il y a des bibliothèques
mother tongue
internationales
books.
avec des livres de la langue maternelle.
We have some activities related
Nous avons
to the
également
books,
certaines
so that's why
activités et
we are
entrées à ces
really
livres, justement. C'est pour ça que
on
les livres
these
sont
books
très
as
importants
well.
pour nous.
So we have some, like, go outside and then discover something.
Parfois, on organise des visites à l'extérieur, des visites de découverte, ainsi de suite.
J'en ai peut-être une moi aussi, en français.
question
Pardonnez-moi
in
déjà,
French.
je
First of all,
devais être la personne qui
apologize.
vous accueillait à
I
votre arrivée. Donc je
been-
m'excuse,
I
j'ai été
should have been here to
retardée.
welcome you. I wasn't here initially. Sorry about that. I was
Ma
outside.
question, c'est
But I have a
comment vous
question.
accompagnez
I'd
les
like to know,
modérateurs?
how do you
parce que
support the
ça nécessite une
moderators?
posture,
Because
des
they have to have a
connaissances,
specific
un savoir-être.
stance,
Comment vous les
knowledge, and so
accompagnez,
forth.
ces
How do you
personnes-là?
assist the
Qui sont clés dans la
moderators
démarche?
who are key to all of this?
Well, this is also a good question.
Ça aussi, c'est une excellente
It's also
question.
something we are
Et c'est
on
bien
the
entendu
path.
quelque chose qu'on
First
est en
of
train
all, we
d'apprendre
do
nous-mêmes. Tout d'abord,
make a school for
nous
them,
avons
2 days.
une
And
formation
afterwards, we have some
organisée pour les modérateurs qui dure
intuition
2
or
jours.
supervision for
Et
them
puis, on
to
les aide par la suite également
clarify their questions.
pour
And we also
pouvoir
have
répondre
a
à leurs questions par la
yearly
suite. Et puis, chaque année,
come together and just to exchange the experience and give them impulse about the program. We are very good documented, so we have a quite good description. What is the concept? What are the academic issues behind? But I think it is a question of the people, and we are now also trying to work with videography to help them, because the attitude in the parent meeting is very important.
Et on essaie de leur montrer quelle doit être leur attitude pendant les rencontres avec les parents. Does anyone else have a question? Do use your microphone if you have a question.
En français toujours. Vous disiez qu'il y avait à peu près un tiers. Vous disiez qu'il y avait à peu près un tiers des familles qui étaient envoyées par le kindergarten et que c'était destiné aux familles plutôt défavorisées, mais que c'était ouvert à toutes les familles. Les 2 tiers restants, du coup, ce sont des familles que vous auriez identifiées ou ce sont des familles plutôt favorisées, parce que je sais qu'en France, sur les expériences, c'est plutôt les familles favorisées en général qui se précipitent sur ce genre de choses et pas celles qui en ont forcément le plus besoin ou qui sont destinataires au départ.
This is also a very good question. What we actually do is we build up a questionnaire for the kindergarten teacher, which helps them to identify some children. But we also get connected with the community worker or before, so that we want to encourage the families to attend, but it's voluntary. We think it's very important.
Pour nous, c'est très important que ça le soit quand on les oblige pas à venir aux réunions.
But because they are finding out it's we experienced that the parents don't want to go home. They are really felt very welcome, and for them so the first step is to bring them in the first meeting.
Le premier pas est le plus difficile, de faire en sorte qu'ils viennent à la première réunion, c'est ça le plus difficile. Et une fois qu'ils viennent, ils découvrent que c'est amusant, ça les aide, qu'ils peuvent en
afterwards. Of course, you have to have the level, and but still, I think the first step is very important, and how you can get a commitment.
Comme ça, on peut réussir à avoir un véritable engagement.
I have to mention, we are also making an agreement. If they choose, they sign an agreement that
si eux sont d'accord, ils signent un accord comme quoi ils vont participer aux réunions, ils vont venir.
Cette question me fait penser à une autre question, parce que c'est vrai que les parents ont plutôt tendance à se précipiter sur ce genre de choses et ont plus accès à l'information que d'autres familles qu'on va un peu aller chercher. Mais du coup, il ne faut pas faire non plus de l'entre-soi et il faut faire un peu de mixité de
be the same type of parents. They're going to be different types of parents. If you're only working with disadvantaged parents, that can also be an issue. It's important to make sure everyone's together and realize they can all work together regardless of their difficulties. Sometimes it's not easy to identify the disadvantaged families. Sometimes they're in real distress, though.
We are still in the modifying of this question, because we have some sites which invite all the parents.
Alors, parfois, on invite tous les parents.
Coming, so it doesn't matter if they are. But the heterogeneity of the groups is very tall. So for the moderator, it's really challenging how they can put together. On other sides, there were identified try to identify the families, and so for the positive point is the families are much feel more confident to communicate. So both sides are challenging. We don't want to stigmatize those families. On the other hand, we want to reach all of them. So we're still on a path.
Donc on est toujours en train d'essayer de comprendre la meilleure façon de procéder.
Beginning, you know, the families who committed, and we now also have seen that they are not the advantaged families we are reached, and they are in the program, but we the results are first results will come in the summer, so I don't
Cet été, on aura les tout premiers résultats. Donc pour l'instant, je ne peux pas véritablement tirer des leçons ou dire des conclusions.
Est-ce que vous aviez une question? Non, c'est bon? Oui.
En français, vous avez dit tout à l'heure qu'il y avait 88% de mamans qui étaient impliquées. Et comment vous faites pour essayer d'impliquer également les papas? Est-ce que les papas viennent? Est-ce que vous faites des réunions de famille? Voilà, pour que véritablement la cellule familiale entière participe à ce projet.
Well, this is a question we're actually facing on since I'm starting, because we know on some type of group meetings fathers are attend, but not on all of them. So it's a matter what is the kind of thing we are, kind of activities we are running. It's a question of time.
C'est également une question d'horaire. Est-ce que c'est pendant la semaine
and still there are more women
mais en tout cas, il y a toujours plus de femmes qui
but we also figured out that
mais ce qu'on a compris aussi,
playful or playing with children is also a father's thing. So
c'est quelque chose qui intéresse énormément les pères.
Sometimes we know the mother is attending the meeting.
Parfois, on sait que c'est la mère qui vient à la réunion, mais à la maison, en fait, c'est le père qui joue avec les enfants. Donc, ça arrive aussi.
En français, au Québec, il y a un regroupement pour la valorisation de la paternité qui ont rencontré au fil du temps plusieurs pères pour un peu les questionner sur la manière dont ils vivaient les services qu'ils recevaient, comment les services s'adaptaient à leurs besoins, à leurs attentes. Ils ont des résultats fort intéressants. Je pense qu'on a tous un peu ce défi-là d'avoir une proposition et souvent, on le voit un peu autour de la table, mais même dans la salle, on est souvent aussi des femmes qui proposons des services à des familles et on les conçoit aussi peut-être du point de vue de nos besoins. Donc, je pense que c'est une question fort intéressante. Ça serait intéressant de suivre les résultats que vous aurez en ce sens pour accommoder plus les réalités des pères.
Yeah, we also had the experience that the moderator is sometimes a man. So it's actually the connection, if there is men surrounded, it is very important as well. And we also were making an experiment just running men groups already, but it's not so easy. And all this supporting system is
Tout le
in the early field, mainly women,
généralement constitué de femmes.
Force the men to attending, it's not so easy.
C'est pas toujours évident de faire en sorte que les hommes viennent aux réunions.
Donc, on est dépassé de plusieurs minutes la session. Malheureusement, ça se terminait il y a déjà une dizaine de minutes. Je vous remercie beaucoup. Merci à notre speakers. Merci beaucoup à vous. Et on va suivre de près le projet Ping Pong. Et puis, bon souper à vous. Merci. Puis, bonne fin de première journée.
Have a great end of the session.